We're looking into a picture going around online this month. It claims to show a screenshot of a 2002 episode of The Simpsons that eerily mirrors real-life events.
We're looking at an image stirring up discussion across the internet this month. A picture that supposedly shows a 2002 episode of The Simpsons, forecasting an event that wouldn't happen for years. It's the kind of thing that gets people talking. Because if there's one truth about The Simpsons, it's this. Somehow, this animated sitcom doesn't just lampoon our culture, politics, and technology. Every now and then, it feels as if it predicts the future. For more than 3 decades, The Simpsons has entertained audiences with sharp satire, colorful characters, and uncanny social commentary. But amid its avalanche of jokes and running gags, there are moments when the show eerily parallels events in real life. Today, as 2025 approaches, we're digging into some of the show's strangest prophecies. Brush off your yellow-skinned skepticism, because by the end we'll reveal the real story behind those jaw-dropping Simpsons predictions. Let's start with the viral picture at the top of this video. The internet claims it's from a 2002 Simpsons episode. Donald Trump, his hand on a glowing orb, flanked by 2 Middle Eastern figures. Fast forward to 2017, and you might remember that uncanny photograph. President Trump, King Salman of Saudi Arabia, and President Sisi of Egypt gathered around a shimmering globe at the opening of a global center in Riyadh. The similarity between the 2 images is almost too perfect. Did a cartoon 20 years ahead really foresee such an exact tableau? Or is it just a brilliant case of coincidence? Or perhaps a practical joke taken out of context? Trump has actually been a recurring element in Simpsons prediction lore. In the 1998 episode Bart to the Future, Lisa offhandedly mentions inheriting a presidency from her predecessor, Donald Trump. At the time, it seemed pure absurdity, a throwaway gag. But when Trump actually ascended to the White House in 2016, fans and conspiracy theorists alike were rattled. Another episode even jokes about a potential Trump 2024 campaign, and the show has gone so far as to riff on Ivanka Trump and other outlandish political futures. Are the writers simply great at extrapolating America's wild turns? Or is The Simpsons scripting tomorrow's headlines? Consider the rise of artificial intelligence, now a subject as mainstream as it is unsettling. In 2016, a Simpsons episode took us to an amusement park managed entirely by robot employees. An attraction naturally packs as much chaos as laughs. At the time, it was fanciful parody, but look around. Self-driving cars, chatbots, and robot waiters weren't so far off. In Japan, AI-assisted restaurants are already reality, and prominent researchers warn of ever-accelerating technological growth. Was this cautionary tale another blip of accidental foresight from Springfield? There's also the curious case of the baby translator. During one episode, Professor Frink invents a device to decipher baby talk. Funny, ridiculous, and yet, today scientists are using sound analysis to decode infant cries, hoping to exactly tell what a baby needs. Could this be the answer to sleepless nights? Once again, The Simpsons joked and the real world followed. Even our dining experiences aren't safe from Simpsons speculation. In a Treehouse of Horror episode, Homer and Marge share a virtual meal while wearing VR headsets. Laughable at the time, perhaps, but now, high-end restaurants experiment with virtual or augmented reality to curate immersive dinners, and cruise liners use VR themes in dining halls. That old Simpsons vision is edging ever closer to our own kitchen tables. What about holographic communication? The Simpsons depicted holograms projecting invitations and even messages, a fanciful notion then, but now, 3D projections and hologram calls are real products, no longer just fodder for science fiction. In a future where holographic meetings are as ubiquitous as a phone call, was The Simpsons showing us a blueprint for tomorrow? Flying cars, long the fever dream of futurists, also had their Springfield moment. In a 2005 episode, Bart and Lisa whizzed through clouds like commuters on bikes. This year, real prototypes like the Switchblade have logged test flights. Still, $170,000 a pop means the flying commute is a distant promise for most, but less so than it seemed 20 years ago. Let's not gloss over pop music's peculiar power. In one spoof, a boy band's hit track contains subliminal Navy recruitment propaganda. Outlandish, yes. Though the episode is played for laughs, history is peppered with real instances of pop culture's persuasive effects and governments experimenting with music for messaging. From subtext to center stage, were the Simpsons writers warning us, or just parodying old urban legends? In 1993's Marge and Chains, Springfield is ravaged by a deadly flu, germs entering every household, anxiety sweeping the populace. Fast forward to the COVID-19 pandemic and the similarities became, well, unsettling. A virus leaping unexpectedly from foreign goods, panic buying, the spread of misinformation, all predicted with satirical accuracy nearly 3 decades prior. Amid all this, there's a darkly comic undercurrent. From rogue AI and pandemics to the very end of the world, episodes have painted crises from global collapse to society in chaos, always with a touch of slapstick fatalism. But among the doomsday jokes, there's a message. Tales of resilience, of hope, of the indefatigable Springfield spirit. So are the Simpsons truly prophets, possessed of uncanny foresight? Or are they simply masters of satire, skilled at noticing the trends and anxieties lurking on society's edge? Perhaps it's both, a testament to clever writing and the surprising randomness of history. Whatever the case, as the Simpsons stride into 2025 and beyond, their blend of comedy, caution, and curiosity keeps blurring the line between fantasy and reality. Maybe the true lesson isn't to look for predictions, but to keep asking questions, prepared for a future that's every bit as weird and wonderful as Springfield itself. Until next time, stay inquisitive, and don't forget to keep watching.